In the shadowed halls of House Dayne, a storm brewed in Lorde Dayne's mind, a tempest of prophetic visions that tormented him night after night. As his wife carried their child, he was besieged by harrowing dreams, each more vivid and agonizing than the last. He envisioned a realm torn asunder, where battles raged across frozen tundra and blistering deserts, the very earth scarred by the weight of the conflict. In these waking nightmares, towering keeps, once proud monuments to valor, crumbled under the relentless siege of ruthless armies. Their stones, slick with the blood of those who had dared to defend them, spoke of a history erased by violence. Lorde Dayne saw the banners of noble houses, once fluttering defiantly in the wind, now burned and tattered. Drifting like fallen leaves amidst the devastation, the cries of the innocent echoed through the carnage, their pleas swallowed by the clamour of swords clashing and shields splintering. Famine stalked the land, leaving hollow-eyed children and gaunt men and women wandering through ash-choked streets, desperately searching for scraps amidst the ruins of their lives. Each night, Lorde Dayne was gripped by the ghostly images of warriors clad in rusted armour, faces hidden beneath grim visors, cutting down those who had once called them friends. He beheld cities besieged, their proud walls breached, as fire rained from the skies, flames that consumed everything in their path, turning lush fields into barren wastelands and vibrant towns into smouldering graves. He witnessed the haunting visage of mothers cradling their lifeless children, their wails piercing the night like a blade. Amidst the chaos, a silver-haired warrior emerged with a terrifying clarity. He was tall and imposing, his long hair cascading like a waterfall of moonlight, a stark contrast against the blood-drenched battlefield. Wielding the legendary sword Dawn, its blade gleamed with an ethereal light that cut through the surrounding darkness. The sword was both beautiful and fearsome, the metal shimmering with a brilliance that seemed to draw the eye even amidst the carnage. In the heat of battle, it appeared to glow, almost sentient, as if it were a beacon guiding the warrior's every move. With every swing, the warrior carved paths through the slaughter, his precise strikes felling enemies like wheat before the scythe. Yet there was an unsettling calmness to him, a chilling detachment, as if he were an instrument of fate rather than a man. Lorde Dayne felt those piercing purple eyes bore into his very soul, burning with an intensity that was both magnetic and horrifying. In those moments, the eyes seemed to reflect not just the violence of the battlefield, but also the weight of destiny, whispering dreadful truths of a future he could not escape, a future steeped in betrayal, where the blood of allies would mingle with that of enemies, and no bond would remain untainted. The silver-haired figure standing amidst the devastation seemed both a hero and a harbinger of doom, a spectre that embodied the very horrors Lorde Dayne feared. When his son was born, joy bloomed in Lorde Dayne's heart, but it quickly turned to horror the moment the newborn boy opened his eyes. The same piercing purple eyes, the very eyes that had haunted him in his dreams, now stared back, igniting a terror that pierced his soul like a lance. In that instant, a crushing realization dawned upon him. His visions had not merely been prophecies of war, they were foretellings of the fate that awaited his son, whom he had named Lorde Dayne. Terrified and stunned, Lorde Dayne felt the weight of his lineage pressing upon him, a burden too heavy to bear. The fears that had consumed him for months coalesced into a singular dread. The belief that his son was destined to become the very silver-haired warrior he had seen in his dreams, a harbinger of destruction. The thought of Edric wielding Dawn, the ancestral sword of House Dayne, amidst the chaos of bloodshed, twisted in his heart like a dagger. In that harrowing moment, Lorde Dayne made the unthinkable choice. He could not bear the idea of Edric falling victim to the dark fate he had envisioned, nor could he face the possibility that his own blood might bring ruin upon the realm. In a moment of desperation, he ordered the babe to be taken to King's Landing, to be left at an orphanage, a place that he hoped would shield his son from the fate he so feared. He couldn't bring himself to consider killing the child, but he believed that by casting him away, he could somehow alter the course of destiny. The silver-haired warrior in his dreams loomed larger in his mind, an ominous figure who wielded Dawn with chilling precision. Each swing of the blade carved paths through the slaughter, its light illuminating the darkness of despair, while those piercing purple eyes gazed deeply into Lorde Dayne's soul. As the visions twisted and turned, the air grew thick with the acrid stench of smoke and burning flesh. Lord Dayne was haunted not only by the fear of war, but by the heavy burden of a future that now felt inextricably linked to this child. Each morning he awoke, gasping for breath, drenched in sweat, the echoes of suffering reverberating in his ears. The shadows deepened around him, suffocating, and with each passing day, he felt the grasp of despair tighten, a noose slowly drawing around his neck. The silver-haired warrior's laughter, deep and chilling, echoed through the carnage of his dreams, mingling with the cries of the dying. Lord Dayne understood that he had not merely cast away a child, but had potentially cast aside the very hope of a brighter future. The knowledge gnawed at him, and he grappled with the weight of his lineage, knowing that the fate of House Dayne, and perhaps the realm itself, hung by a fraying thread, poised to snap at the first touch of conflict. In those dark hours, Lord Dayne came to see that the legacy of House Dawn was not just a lineage of warriors, but one intertwined with the fates of kingdoms. With each passing day, the spectre of the silver-haired warrior loomed larger, a harbinger of doom that filled him with a dread deeper than any battle. He could not escape the understanding that in his attempt to sever the ties of destiny, he might have set in motion a chain of events far more catastrophic than he could ever imagine.